before presenting your exhibit, you should check the connection. You should check your camera whether it's properly or not, whether you are properly visible there on the screen or not. Okay, so welcome back. Shall we start? Yeah, first turn it's of Aditya Nissal. Yes, yes,
What's
Aditya.
your
Good
name?
morning, sir.
Yeah,
Good
start.
morning, sir. Good morning, sir. My name is Aditya Nishad. I study in class 9. Today I am going to explain you about human lung function and effect of coronavirus on the lungs. The lungs are the most important part in our body and primary organ in the respiratory system. Lungs take oxygen from the atmosphere and give it to the bloodstream and take carbon dioxide from the bloodstream and exhale it out in the atmosphere. Uh, from here, from the nose, the air enters in. Then it goes in the throat. From throat, it goes in the trachea. From trachea, it goes into two main tubes known as the bronchi. From bronchi, it goes into smaller tubules known as bronchioles. From bronchioles, the air goes into the alveoli or the air sac, which are made up of simple squamous epithelium, from which the exchange of gases can easily take place. Then the air goes in the capillary. Now, when we inhale the air, this organ diaphragm moves down and the lungs got expanded. And when we exhale, the diaphragm moves up and the lungs got contracted. Expand, contract, expand, contract, expand, contract. Now, I am going to explain how the coronavirus enters in the body and how it affects the lungs. From here, from the nose, the coronavirus enters in. Then it goes in the throat, where it starts, where where it replicate, where it multiply in the throat cells. It enters through the ACE2 receptor, which acts as a receptor for the coronavirus. Here comes the immunity. Here comes the immunity. Immunity increase the temperature of the body. If someone has entered in the body, it may die due to high temperature. But in some cases, then the immunity produce some specialized virus killing cells known as macrophages, which start engulfing the coronavirus. But in some cases, the immunity is too weak that the coronavirus overwhelms the immunity and enters in the trachea. From trachea, it goes into the bronchi. From bronchi, the coronavirus enters in the bronchioles. From bronchioles, it goes in the alveoli, where the alveoli get filled with fluid and causes a bronchopneumonia or lobar pneumonia, which leads in breathing difficulty and suffocation. In some cases, the person requires ventilator, and some people may die due to it. But where there are problems, there are solutions also. Yes, where there are problems, there are solutions also. To prevent the coronavirus from entering in the body, we need to wear mask properly, sanitize our hands, maintain social distancing, and one of the most important thing, we need to get vaccinated. Thank you.
Very good, Aditya. Judges, you want to ask questions?
Good morning, Aditya.
Good morning, sir.
You have explained your project very well. I want to ask a simple question that you have just mentioned that there is exchange of gases in the
Yes, sir.
alveoli.
Yes,
Can you
sir.
tell me the physical process by virtue of which this exchange of gases takes place? That means there is absorption of oxygen and elimination of carbon dioxide. Can you name that process?
This process, oxygenation of the blood.
No, that is called enrichment of oxygen. That is addition of oxygen in the blood. But I want to know which physical process is taking place during that event.
Gaseous exchange.
No, it is okay. Okay. Coronavirus hampers this process.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Absorption of oxygen. Okay.
Because the alveoli releases the fluid when the coronavirus enters in. So it reduces the oxygen taking capacity of the
That,
lungs. So it leads to breathing difficulty.
very good. That process is called diffusion actually. Diffusion. Have you heard
Diffusion.
the process diffusion and osmosis?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So diffusion is the process by virtue of which exchange of gases
Yes,
takes
sir.
place in the lungs,
Okay.
isn't it?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Now, madam also wants to add something.
Some simple things about corona. You said that if the immunity of the person is proper, the coronavirus will be taken care. That's basically COVID-19 virus is going to be taken care in throat itself. It
Yes,
won't
ma'am.
reach the lungs. Is it so?
Yes, ma'am.
My simple question to you is, you said yes, of course, that we should wear mask, number one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and we must maintain social distancing.
Yes, ma'am.
How much of the social distancing WHO has mentioned that we must keep to
Ma'am,
prevent us?
ma'am, 6 feet.
Is it actually feasible or practical in day-to-day life?
No, ma'am.
No. Then in that case, my simple question to you is that if you or me, we come across a person who is a carrier of a healthy virus in him or her, and
Yes,
I
ma'am.
am standing, say for example, 2 feet next to him or her, wearing my mask, maybe it is N95. If I'm
Yes,
wearing a proper mask or even a double mask,
okay, ma'am.
am I going to be prevented from that virus entering into my nose?
Ma'am, actually, if the person who is the carrier of the coronavirus is also wearing the mask, so it is very less. It is the coronavirus infection risk is very less.
All right. My simple single sentence question, if you or me, we come in contact with a strong virus, is this social distancing of 2 feet or is this mask going to protect me? Number one.
Ma'am, it goes to protect for a several very less. It can protect us in very less percentage.
No, child. The correct
Ma'am,
answer is no. If you ever or me ever come in contact with a strong virus near to you or me, wearing any type of mask will not protect you. That's for a sure. And immunity is not at all going to take care of coronavirus in throat or your neck itself. If you are infected and if you don't take care by taking that steam,
yes,
if
ma'am.
you don't kill it in the that has got nothing to do with the immunity. If you don't kill it with steam, which generally we don't take, then it has to enter into the longer path. Well, anyways, good project.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Aditya. Nice presentation. Now, next participant is Aman Mansoori of 9th A. Aman, are you there? Aman Mansoori? Aman Mansoori is not there. All of you turn on your camera, children. Everyone turn on your camera. Now, after Aman Mansoori, Ansuman Tiwari. Yes. Ansuman is not there. Okay. Next participant is Disita Raz. Disita is there. So, Disita, your time starts now.
So can I start?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Good morning. This project is aimed to introduce a new type of productive agriculture. By targeting this, the crop production can be advanced in rural areas as well as in urban areas. For villagers, this greenhouse farming is shown where this covering, also known as greenhouse shield, provides suitable conditions and environment for the crops to grow, like proper humidity, proper temperature, proper amount of sunlight, and etc. Other productive methods are also shown here, like drip irrigation and use of manure and cow dung. Now we'll talk about farming in urban areas. As you can see here, the farming is being done one above another. This is known as vertical farming. These type of farmings are done where the land availability and the soil availability is very less. This is a tank from where the stored water is converted into mineral and nutrient-rich solution. From here, the water flows through this chamber such that the roots of the plants are continuously dipped into the solution. This process is known as hydroponics. In this chamber, The solution is sprayed in the form of droplets after equal intervals. The mist produced here provides suitable condition and humidity for the crops. In this, the process of aeroponics is shown. These type of farmings are having a lot of benefits like no need of soil, less water needed as it can be reused, proper usage of land, and the solar plate fitted at the top provides energy for electricity. And these farmings are effective and eco-friendly. At last, I would like to say that with increasing population, the demand of food will also increase. So we need productive methods for productive agriculture. So it can be considered for future aspects, and ICAR is also planning such projects. Thank you.
Nice presentation, Dishita. Now judges will ask questions.
Yes, sir.
Dishita,
Yes, sir.
so you have summed up the advancement that are made in the field of agriculture, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So you are in your project, it is being shown that you have made a greenhouse sheet.
Yes, sir.
So is it feasible in a large fields or large farm areas like 10 acres or 20 acres land? Can we make this greenhouse sheet?
Sir, yes, we can make it as long as we can make it. As long as we need it, we can make it, and this provides suitable conditions for the crops.
Dishita, will it be cost effective? That means
Yes, sir.
okay. Okay, that's it should not be like this that we are spending more and output is less. Output of the crops that are produced is less, and we are investing a lot in making these arrangements like greenhouse and etc.
No,
Will
sir,
it be
it's cost effective.
okay? Okay, okay.
Dishita, you just told that we are combining this greenhouse and hydroponics all together, right?
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
This is
Can you name some projects, some places wherein we are actually growing crops using hydroponics?
Yes, ma'am. In other places, other countries, this type of farming is being done.
India?
Ma'am, India, in Delhi, it's such farming is being done.
What all crops are being grown there?
Ma'am, in hydroponics, lettuce, spinach, and basil, such type of crops can
No,
be
they
grown.
are grown, okay, but at Delhi.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, what all crops have been grown in Delhi in
Ma'am,
hydroponic farm?
spinach and lettuce are grown.
Okay, now one simple single question to you. If given a chance for a future career, would you
Yes.
choose to go and do this such type of farming in future, or you are going to go for a corporate job?
Ma'am, I can do that, ma'am.
Sure, you're sure about that?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's hope for the best of your future. Good project, kid.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dishita. Very nice presentation. Now next it's turn for Ishita Kamal of 9th A. Ishita.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Ishita, you can start now.
Good morning, everyone. My project is about eco-friendly materials. We are experiencing extreme weather events such as heavy rains, heat waves, and cyclone more frequently and more violently. We must remember that everything we consume and everything we do causes pollution one way or the other. We require changes in our consumption habits, daily behaviors, lifestyle, and ways of doing things. A plastic bag takes hundreds of years to decompose. Therefore, instead of plastic, we can use eco-friendly bags made of jute and paper. In our daily life, we use plastic items like chair, food tray, laundry basket, cup, plate, glass. Instead of such plastic items, we can use eco-friendly items made of wood, bamboo, and soil. In our daily life, electricity is must. We can get electric power from more eco-friendly wind and solar power instead of more polluting thermal power station. For electric appliances, we should go for BEE rating. More rating means more efficient, that is, less consumption of electricity. Instead of non-rechargeable batteries, we can go for rechargeable batteries. And a rechargeable battery can replace 300 alkaline batteries. Instead of normal roof, we can go for green roof house. Green roof house can maintain the temperature of 15 to 20 degrees Celsius during summer when outside temperature is up to 50 degrees Celsius. And during winter, it can also maintain room temperature higher than outside temperature. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Ishita. Now this judges will ask you questions.
Yeah, Ishita, you can hear me, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you said that we can go for making this, we can create this greenery, green carpet or some plants on the rooftop, right? That is going
Yes,
to help us in summers. Yeah, let's say. One question, what about winters?
winter it can also
It's going to keep the home too cool. But the important thing is that there is this drawback of growing these plants on the rooftop because it is going to damage the roof. You know that? There are harms their side also. And talking about these batteries, rechargeable batteries, do you know the cost? You are comparing that with the dry batteries. A person, can every person afford this rechargeable battery?
no,
Do you
ma'am, they
know
are quite
you can
expensive.
yeah, you can compare the cost. They are very high in cost. है ना? Good that we have thought in those terms that we can use some eco-friendly materials, but there are certain drawbacks also. So hope in future people like you may become scientists and take out a find a way out of it. Okay.
Sure,
Good
ma'am.
thinking. Have you made some project file and all related to that, kid?
No, ma'am.
You are simply explaining. You have written somewhere something.
And these are some examples of
Okay, you have made it that way. Okay, okay, good.
इश्ता
yes,
एक बार दोबारा उठाना बेटा, आपने जो अभी दिखाया था। आप इको फ्रेंडली पे बात कर रहे हैं ना?
yes,
आपने
sir.
थर्मोकोल यूज किया है, ये तो इको फ्रेंडली नहीं है बेटा।
Well, sir, it's not actually bought right now. It was from before only. So if I don't use it, it would be go in waste.
चलो ओके बेटा, थैंक यू।
Very nice, Ishita. Now next, Devyans Rao. Okay, ninth, you have completed. Now